Do you ever feel like the harder you chase after something, the further out of reach it becomes? Perhaps you've poured all your heart, time, and energy into a relationship, a career, or a grand dream, only to end up feeling exhausted and disappointed. This leaves you wondering, where did I go wrong? But take a moment to pause and reflect. What if you didn't have to chase after it? What if you could naturally and effortlessly attract the things you desire without having to strain yourself to control everything? The truth is, what is meant for you will come to you, but only when you learn to live in harmony with it. Today, we'll explore how to shift from pursuing to attracting by blending the profound philosophy of Stoicism with modern scientific principles, unlocking the wonders life has to offer. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to us. Thank you for your support. Let's get started. Part 1. A mindset shift from pursuing to attracting. Pursuing, why it doesn't work. We often hear the advice, chase your dreams. But have you ever wondered why the harder you try, the further away your goals seem? When you chase something, whether it's a relationship, a career opportunity, or even inner peace, you unintentionally send a strong message to the universe. I lack this. And the energy of lack and anxiety creates an invisible barrier, keeping you from what you desire. Imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, hoping to hold on to every grain, the more the sand slips through your fingers. But if you relax your hand and hold it gently, the sand stays in place. Life is much the same way. The more you try to control and force things to go your way, the more pressure you create, making them harder to grasp. When you let go, not giving up, but creating space and lightness for the universe to work, you'll find that everything unfolds in the most natural and fulfilling way. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote reminds us that reality is not determined by external circumstances, but by how we perceive ourselves. If your thoughts constantly echo, "I'm not good enough, I haven't achieved it yet," or "I'm unworthy," those beliefs will shape your reality. Your mind is like a mirror, reflecting what you focus on and creating the world you live in. Stoic philosophy teaches us to avoid being trapped in the cycle of lack and instead shift our mindset to focus on ourselves. Don't let feelings of scarcity dictate your life. Instead, let your inner self, abundant with potential, take the lead. Attracting, the secret of resonant energy. Rather than tirelessly chasing what you want, become the vibrant embodiment of that desire. The secret to attracting what you seek lies not in exhausting effort, but in aligning the energy you emit. The core principle is this: you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. When you radiate confidence, self-love, and a sense of fulfillment in every moment, you emit energy that resonates with the things you desire. Once you're aligned with those frequencies, they will naturally find their way to you. This isn't magic, it's simply how energy works. Think of it like the strings of a guitar. When you pluck one string, others with similar frequencies automatically begin to vibrate. Life operates the same way. The energy you project resonates with similar frequencies in the universe. If you emit gratitude, trust, and love, good things will naturally gravitate toward you. On the other hand, if you project fear, doubt, or insecurity, you create resistance, blocking positive experiences from coming your way. This concept is not just philosophical, it's supported by science through the law of attraction. This law suggests that everything in the universe, whether it's matter, people, or thoughts, emits energy at a specific frequency. Positive thoughts and joyful emotions generate high frequencies that align with positive outcomes, while negative energy like fear or anxiety pulls you out of sync with what you want. The key is to transform yourself before expecting the world outside you to change. Stop searching externally for what you believe is missing in your life. Instead, work on becoming the embodiment of abundance. Be the person you aspire to be, and the good things you seek will naturally find their way to you. Part 2. 6 Lessons to Attract What You Want. Lesson 1. Do your best and let go of the outcome. When we talk about giving your best effort without being overly attached to the outcome, Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you, woven as it is in the pattern of your destiny." This isn't just advice about acceptance, it's a profound reminder that our control lies in our actions, not the results. Obsessing over achieving something can unintentionally create pressure, anxiety, and even steer you off course. But if you wholeheartedly focus on the journey, the results will come at the right time, often surpassing your expectations. Remember, letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting yourself and the universe. When you've done your best, let the universe work its magic. The story of Daniel is a vivid example of this philosophy. Daniel, a passionate young chef, dreamed of becoming the head chef at a prestigious restaurant. He spent years honing his skills, experimenting with new recipes, and persistently sending applications to renowned establishments. Yet all he faced were rejections, and no one seemed to recognize his talent. Frustrated, Daniel had to put his dream on hold. Instead of giving up, he chose to live his passion in a different way. He started a small cooking class in his neighborhood, teaching children how to bake and prepare basic dishes. No longer cooking for recognition, Daniel found simple joy in sharing his love for food with others. One day, a parent attending his class happened to be the manager of a prestigious restaurant. Struck by Daniel's dedication and talent, they offered him a position as head chef at the very restaurant Daniel had once dreamed of working for. The remarkable thing is that Daniel didn't achieve his dream by chasing it obsessively. Instead, he lived his passion and allowed opportunities to find him. By letting go of his expectations, Daniel opened the door to possibilities he could never have anticipated. Stoic philosophy reminds us that while our actions are within our control, the outcome is determined by fate. When you focus too much on the destination, you risk missing the valuable lessons along the way. But when you immerse yourself in the process, doing your best without being consumed by the result, you release positive energy that attracts good things. Ask yourself, am I truly putting my heart into this? What has this journey taught me that I can appreciate? It's important to remember that results don't come immediately. Just like a flower, you can't force it to bloom faster, but you can nurture the soil, water it, and wait. What matters is enjoying every small step of the journey, as this is where you find joy and the motivation to keep going. To apply this philosophy in life, you can start with specific actions. First, focus on the present. Instead of worrying, will this succeed? Ask yourself, have I done my best today? For example, if you're learning a new skill, don't obsess over when you'll master it. Instead, set small daily goals for practice and enjoy your progress. Second, take time to reflect on your journey. Each week, ask yourself, what have I learned this past week? Or, what made me proud of myself? These reflections not only help you recognize your progress, but also motivate you to keep going. Finally, trust in timing. Remind yourself that everything has its own timing. You can't control when things happen, but you can control the quality of your work. Like an artist who doesn't know when their painting will be recognized, you can ensure that every piece you create is the best you can offer. Additionally, find joy in the process. If you're working on a big project, break it down into smaller parts and reward yourself after completing each step. This keeps your energy and enthusiasm high rather than feeling overwhelmed by the enormity of the task. In conclusion, letting go isn't about passively giving up on your dreams. It's about trusting yourself and the journey you're building. Like Daniel's story, when you live with passion and dedication, opportunities will find their way to you. As Marcus Aurelius taught, accept whatever comes to you, woven as it is in the pattern of your destiny. You don't need to chase results. When you act with passion and commitment, the outcomes will come at the right time in ways you never expected. Lesson 2. Live as if you have already achieved what you desire. Have you ever heard the phrase, "You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are"? This is not just an inspirational quote, but an essential principle that helps you understand how to truly attract what you desire. To do so, you need to live as if that desire already exists in your life. This doesn't mean pretending, but rather immersing yourself in the feelings, thoughts, and actions as if you have already achieved your dream. When you do this, you stop emitting the energy of lack, an energy that unintentionally pushes your desires further away. Instead, you begin creating a positive flow that aligns with what you are striving for. Take, for instance, the story of Lila, a young writer with a dream of publishing her first book. After countless rejections from publishers, she could have chosen to give up. However, instead of dwelling on her disappointment, Lila decided to change her mindset. She told herself that if she wanted others to see her as a legitimate writer, she needed to start living like one right away. She attended literary workshops, met editors and authors, and even signed dedications in notebooks for her friends, as if they were holding her published book. This shift didn't just change how Lila saw herself, it also changed how the world responded to her. One day, at a workshop, she met a prominent editor. Impressed by Lila's confidence and passionate energy, the editor reached out to her, and a few months later, her debut book was published. Lila's story shows that when you live and act as if your dream has already come true, you don't just attract opportunities, you also prepare yourself to seize them when the right moment arrives. This principle is supported by science as well. The human brain cannot distinguish between reality and a vividly imagined scenario. When you visualize and feel as though you've already achieved your goal, your brain activates related neural pathways, creating a sense of confidence and prompting you to act as if success is already part of your life. People who live in this aligned state not only behave more decisively, but also naturally attract opportunities at the right time. Try this simple exercise. Each morning, spend a few minutes visualizing your ideal life. Imagine living in your dream home, working in a job you love, or experiencing happiness with your ideal partner. But don't just stop at visualization. Immerse yourself in the deep feelings of joy, confidence, and fulfillment as if it's already happening. This is not just a psychological exercise, but a way to program your energy to attract similar experiences. If you want to change your reality, start by changing how you feel and act each day. If you want your dream job, behave as though you already have it. Dress the part, refine your skills, and carry yourself with confidence in your conversations. If you desire a happy relationship, begin by treating yourself with love and respect, as if you already have the ideal partner in your life. These small but meaningful actions gradually shift you into a state of abundance, and that state will naturally attract the right opportunities. Remember, this is not about being fake or forcing yourself into an ill-fitting mold. It is about aligning with your dreams, from your emotions to your actions. And the miraculous thing is, when you live in this state of alignment, you don't just change how you see yourself, you change how the world responds to you. Life doesn't demand perfection from you, but it does require you to believe that you can become the best version of yourself. When you do, doors of opportunity will open in ways you never expected. Not because you are chasing anything, but because you have become what you are seeking. Lesson 3. Let go of control and let things unfold naturally. When you try to control everything, you may feel like you're taking charge, but in reality, you're trapping yourself in stress and anxiety. Efforts to maintain absolute control often lead to resistance, both external and internal, making it even harder to achieve what you want. On the other hand, when you let go and allow things to unfold naturally, you not only free yourself from pressure, but also create space for life to work in its own way, sometimes in ways you never expected. Imagine the story of Tom, a young and ambitious architect. He constantly pressured himself to create flawless designs to impress his boss and secure a promotion. However, his perfectionism became a double-edged sword. It caused him to delay projects because he was never satisfied with his work. On top of that, the mounting stress drained his joy and stifled his creativity, both essential elements in the field of architecture. One day, after feeling completely burned out, Tom decided to change his approach. He let go of the expectation of pleasing his boss and focused on enjoying the design process. Instead of forcing himself to meet rigid standards, Tom allowed his imagination to flow freely. The result was astonishing. He finished his work on time and delivered a creative design that the client loved. His boss praised his efforts, and he even earned an unexpected promotion opportunity. Tom's story illustrates an important truth. When you stop obsessing over controlling outcomes, you not only reduce stress, but also unlock your creative energy. This doesn't mean abandoning responsibility or being indifferent about your work. It means shifting your focus from forcing everything to go your way to concentrating on doing your best in the present. Stoic philosophy offers profound insight on this. Don't waste energy on things outside your control. Epictetus once said, "We cannot control the world, but we can control how we respond to it." This means that instead of clinging tightly to things you can't change, you should focus on what you truly can control: your mind, emotions, and actions. How can you practice letting go? First, ask yourself, what is within my control? What is not? Clearly distinguishing between these two is the first step to reducing anxiety. If you can't control how others react or the outcome of a situation, stressing about it serves no purpose. Instead, focus on doing your best in the present moment. Another way to practice letting go is by cultivating mindfulness. When you take time to connect with the present through mindful breathing, observing your surroundings, or fully immersing yourself in a task, you'll worry less about what hasn't happened yet. Living fully in each moment not only helps you feel lighter, but also improves the quality of your work and life experiences. Letting go is not giving up. It's an act of trust. It's trusting that you've done your best and that good things will come at the right time. It's about accepting that life has its own rhythms and flow, and sometimes the most miraculous things happen when you stop trying to control everything. Instead of gripping the steering wheel tightly, loosen your hold and let your boat drift naturally with the current. You may be surprised at how much more pleasant and rewarding the journey becomes. Lesson 4. Create space for new opportunities. Sometimes, what holds you back from attracting new opportunities is not a lack of ability or luck, but the burdens you unknowingly cling to. These could be negative beliefs, toxic relationships, or outdated habits that no longer serve you. Only by clearing these away can you create space to welcome newer, better things into your life. Imagine the story of Maria. She was stuck in a stressful relationship but clung to it out of fear of change, hoping that things would eventually improve. This drained Maria of her time and energy, leaving little for herself. One day she decided to let go. Free from the pressure to fix what couldn't be repaired, Maria began dedicating time to activities she loved: yoga and painting. In a painting class, she met a man who shared her passions and values. They quickly connected and built a healthy, positive relationship Maria never thought was possible. Maria's story is proof that when you let go of things that no longer align with you, you not only feel lighter, but also create the room necessary for better things to enter your life. To apply this philosophy, start by eliminating negative beliefs. A simple yet effective method is to write down your worries or fears on paper. For instance, "I'm not good enough to get the job I want," or "I don't deserve a happy relationship." Then, confront these beliefs and replace them with more positive thoughts, such as, "I'm improving myself every day, and the right opportunities will come to me at the right time." Additionally, ask yourself, what in my life is no longer a good fit and needs to be let go of? It could be a habit that keeps you stagnant, a job that no longer excites you, or a relationship that feels burdensome. Take time to reflect deeply and have the courage to make the necessary changes. When you clear away the old, you're sending a clear message to the universe that you're ready to receive new opportunities. And miracles happen when you actively create space for them. Meaningful relationships, exciting career opportunities, or even dreams that once seemed out of reach may be waiting for you just beyond the horizon, if you're willing to let go of what no longer serves you. Lesson 5. Trust the timing of the universe. When it comes to time, there's a truth we often forget. Everything in life happens at its perfect time, not earlier, not later. This requires patience and faith. Trust that the universe operates flawlessly, and when you're ready, the best things will come to you. The key is not to control the timing, but to prepare yourself to embrace it when the moment arrives. Imagine the story of Hannah. A dedicated and ambitious employee, she often felt disheartened watching her colleagues get promoted while she remained in the same position. She wondered if she had been overlooked, and these thoughts frequently left her discouraged. However, instead of continuing to complain or compare herself to others, Hannah decided to change her approach. She enrolled in courses to learn new skills, attended professional workshops, and spent time expanding her industry network. A year later, when the company opened a senior management position, Hannah was not only selected, but also offered a salary that exceeded her expectations. At that moment, she realized that if she had been promoted earlier, she might not have had the skills or confidence to handle the role effectively. Hannah's story demonstrates an important truth. Waiting is never a waste if you use the time to grow. The universe has its own way of preparing you to become stronger and more capable before significant opportunities arise. It's like planting a seed. You cannot force it to sprout just because you want immediate results. You need to trust that with sunlight, water and time, it will grow naturally when the conditions are right. This doesn't mean you should passively wait. Instead, use the waiting period to refine yourself. Focus on learning, developing new skills, and doing things that make you a better version of yourself every day. This isn't delaying success. It's preparing yourself to fully embrace the most wonderful opportunities when they come. When you see others progressing or achieving success faster than you, remember that everyone has their own unique journey. Comparing yourself to others only harms your confidence and robs you of joy. As a famous saying goes, "Roses and sunflowers don't bloom at the same time, but each is beautiful in its own way." So trust that your time will come, and when it does, it will exceed all your expectations. How can you practice trusting the timing of the universe in daily life? First, remind yourself whenever you feel impatient or frustrated. Everything happens at the right time, in the right way. This is not just a comforting phrase, but a profound truth. Whenever you find yourself rushing or worrying because you haven't reached your goals, pause and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, instead of focusing on what I don't have, what can I do right now to better prepare for the future? Another practical way is to let go of the habit of comparing yourself to others. Comparisons not only make you feel inadequate, but also distract you from the unique path you're on. You can't fully know the struggles others face, or the lessons the universe has uniquely designed for you. Remember, trusting the timing of the universe not only reduces stress, but also frees you from the pressure to succeed immediately. When you let go of the rush, you begin to enjoy your journey. And when you stop trying to control everything, the universe works its magic to bring you what is most aligned with you. Trust that your time will come. And when it does, you'll realize that everything you've gone through was necessary to prepare you for that moment. What you desire isn't far away. It's simply waiting for you to become the best version of yourself, ready to receive it. Lesson 6. Live with joy and gratitude. There is immense power hidden in what may seem small, joy and gratitude. When you live with an attitude of appreciating what you have, you not only change the way you see life, but also transform the way life responds to you. This philosophy is not new, but it remains one of the most fundamental principles of attraction. Those who feel a sense of fullness and contentment in the present attract more goodness into their lives. Imagine the story of Jake, the owner of a small coffee shop in Seattle. Every morning, before opening his cafe to customers, Jake would write down 3 things he felt grateful for in his notebook. Sometimes it was as simple as a hot cup of coffee, the peaceful atmosphere of his shop, or the friendly regulars. Other times, it was the joy of sunlight streaming through the window in the early morning. He didn't do this for any lofty purpose, just to remind himself that even in its simplicity, his life was filled with things worth appreciating. Yet this small habit had an unexpected effect. Customers often commented that Jake's cheerful and positive attitude made them feel at ease, which in turn drew more people to his cafe. Jake's story demonstrates a profound truth. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you emit a positive, magnetic energy. You don't just spread joy to those around you, you also create a cycle of positive resonance, where joy and gratitude continue to attract more goodness into your life. However, gratitude is not reserved for grand things. In fact, it often lies in the small, easily overlooked moments. It could be a cool breeze on a hot summer day, a smile from a stranger on the street, or simply the warmth of holding a morning cup of tea. When you begin to notice and feel grateful for these little things, you'll realize that they are essential pieces of the puzzle that form a happy life. How can you cultivate joy and gratitude in daily life? Start with simple actions. Spend 5 minutes each day writing down what you're grateful for. It could be a word of encouragement from a colleague, a peaceful moment in your day, or the satisfaction of completing a small task. Writing these down not only helps you acknowledge the good in your life, but also makes you realize that these blessings are always present. You may just have been too busy to notice them. Learn to savor the joy in the small things around you. Instead of rushing through your morning coffee, take a few minutes to truly enjoy its aroma and flavor. Instead of being caught up in the hustle of work, pause for a moment to look at the sky, listen to birdsong, or simply smile at yourself. Don't let joy be measured by the scale or significance of an event. Your life is not defined by monumental moments, but by how you live and feel about the small, everyday ones. When you live with genuine joy and gratitude, you'll find life becomes lighter and more beautiful. Even more importantly, this positive attitude doesn't just bring happiness to you, it also impacts those around you. It acts as a source of energy that radiates outward, creating a natural magnetism that draws opportunities, relationships, and extraordinary experiences into your life that you may never have imagined. Start today. Take a deep breath, look around, and ask yourself, what in this moment makes me feel grateful? You'll find that while life may not be perfect, there are always things worth cherishing. And as you hold on to the frequency of joy and gratitude, you create one of the most powerful forces of attraction, bringing miracles into your life. Always remember that you don't need to chase after anything in life. What truly belongs to you will naturally find its way to you when you live in alignment with your values and energy. Rushed pursuits will only leave you exhausted, while calmness and inner harmony will open doors you never expected. If you find this message valuable, please help spread it by liking, subscribing to the channel, and sharing this video with those you care about. Your small action could bring great inspiration to someone. Remember, you are a powerful magnet. Let the best things come to you as you live true to your purest energy. And from here, the magic begins. Thank you for joining us on this journey. See you in the next video.